And we are just about set to go. A last word from Lacey Capolo for her Centennial starters. Out there on the court to start tonight for the Golden Hawks. On the back row, looks like we have Reese Stevenson and Addison Peters. Let's see who does go back to the back row here. Alexis McLeod back there.
I'm
with Addison
completely
Peters.
wrong.
Yeah, so she is going to start in the back row. And Jordan Miro also in the back row. In the front is the setter Reese Stevenson, along with Brooke Horak and Emily Hansen. And on the independent side, the back row consists of Rena Esteban, the freshman libero. Keep your eye. But she's not playing libero tonight. She's a defensive specialist. And then one of the front row players serves an ace to get us started. That's Daisy Wandick. Daisha Wandick, excuse me. And she is playing on the back row along with Joanna Kinder, the sophomore libero tonight. Another tough serve handled by Centennial's back row. And the attack by Hansen kept alive by Independence. They send it back over. Centennial saves the block. And a good rally already here tonight. Tipped over and into the net there by Sanders, and so Centennial will get the point.
And I would say that's one of the cheap points that you don't want to see Independence give up to Centennial. They had a good, strong block on the previous offensive possession.
They did a good job making Centennial work extra on that point and then sort of gave it away. But Sanders gets it right back with the kill right up the middle.
The offensive lineup for Independence with Sanders starting on the right-hand side, and just with the setter and Bree Reynolds up in the front. Sanders gets her swings because that defense is keyed on Bree Reynolds.
I think that was actually Malia Swink with that kill, and then Sanders came in the game 18 with the kill, not 16. And there is Bree Reynolds, and that is the lightning strike you better get used to from her from the left side. Smashes it just in front of the line. And it is 3-1 Independence early. Independence, a lot of pride in a game like this. They are not in the SWYL. This is one of the sports where the coach certainly would prefer to be. Kill slammed down by Brooke Horak to cut the lead at 3-2. If they could win this game, that'd be a heck of a statement for Independence. This is, in many ways, like a league championship game for them. They are the heavy favorites in the South Yosemite League. And so if they could beat a team that will compete for the SWYL championship, that's a further statement.
And really leads to their seeding in the Division II playoffs.
Yeah, sure thing. Free ball sent over by Swink. Big hit by McLeod, blocked back.
Sanders is an incredible blocker, that time jumping into the net, but she has great timing on her blocks. She has better hang time or vertical leap than most of the hitters she faces, so she is up a long time up there.
3-3 your score after back-to-back points for Centennial. Serving is Haley Sanchez, and she gets an ace there, and now it's 3 in a row for the Golden Hawks.
I think that's something you're going to see a lot tonight from Centennial, trying to serve to Bree Reynolds. They're trying to get her out of her approach on coming to the net. They want to get her out of rhythm. I think you're going to see them force the ball to Bree Reynolds.
Kinder with a nice dig, and it sets up. Talk about forcing it. Forcing the ball to the floor is Bree Reynolds there.
Just an incredible vertical leap. Great job with vision. And even if times she doesn't have to go around blocks, she has the ability to go over blocks.
It'll now be the setter, Lauren Dellinger, to serve in a 4-4 first set. Dug up by Peters and blocked to the floor. For Independence, it was Runnels and Sanders. (5-4) Falcons. Errant pass there, and it's another ace for Dellinger. You talk about Centennial's passing. If they don't have that, they're completely out of rhythm.
You're right. And with this offense based on their defensive game, they have to have the passing game to be able to set up multiple options.
This time it's Peters who gets a good pass in, and the tip kill for Horak. You talk about some of those maybe cheap points. That one was a good sleight of hand by Horak.
Yeah, nice job by Horak. Good vision, seeing Bree Reynolds creep into the middle to set up a block. to be able to open up the right side of the court.
Horak will now serve 5, serving 6. Spins one over. Set from the back row, and Runnels has to send a free ball. Now it's McLeod. Nice dig by Sanders. Or by
pass.
Swink, excuse me. And now Centennial in trouble. And they're able to get it over McLeod over her head. Runnels, good night. And that's the thing about Centennial passing. If you don't pass the ball well, you have to send a free ball over. More than likely, it's going to find the right hand of Bree Runnels.
Yeah, Bree Runnels moves to the back row, but don't kid yourself. She is just as dangerous back there. They will not afraid to set her in the back row.
And she can serve it a little bit too, can't she? Big kill there from number 11, Michaela Mon, in the middle.
Michaela Mon, a young sophomore, coming on very well this year. Starting to play much better, and I think she belongs on the court, or she believes she belongs now, as she is now 20-plus games into the season.
And that confidence, of course, very important. Reese Stevenson to serve now for Centennial. Tipped back over by the Golden Hawks. Again, sent back to the Falcons side of the net. Several jousts, and finally Sanders able to put it away for Independence.
Kind of one of those ugly points that needs to be won by teams to win sets. Good win by Independence on that point.
Well, and that's especially true if you are the underdog. And I don't know that Independence is a big underdog here, but I think on the road they are probably in that role. Set to the right side, McLeod got it down off the block.
A good example of what a good pass can do. All 3 hitters coming in there at the same time. All 3 blockers had to stay in their position. It was a one-on-one situation, and most of the time, the hitter wins that.
McLeod, a nasty-looking serve over to the right boundary, and Independence trying to scramble, but Swink could not find the mark, and we're even again at 8. Alexis McLeod still serving now. Line drive into the net. Independence retakes the lead.
Volleyball, so much of a game of momentum. We'll have to see what team can go on that first 4-point or 5-point run to separate themselves from the opposition.
Rena Esteban, the freshman, to serve now for the Falcons. Big hit from Hansen, who is yet to have a kill. And speaking of big hits from the back row, Bree Runnels. Question is, did that ball... Well, nobody on Centennial is arguing, but that ball looked like it might have bounced back off the net when Runnels hit it.
It looked like a 4-hit ball on that side, but when you hit the ball that hard, it's hard to pick up.
Ball just bounces right back to you. So 10-8 Indy. There's Hansen. Missed it long. Excuse me, that was Miro. And Independence opens up a 3-point lead. Good pass from Peters. Stevenson sets, but the block is there for Swink. Dug back, second chance for Miro. Centennial scrambling now off the big hit from Swink. Dellinger sets up Swink, she missed it. And Centennial gets one back, a missed opportunity there for the Falcons.
Yeah, a fortunate point for Centennial. Falcons had control of the net for most of that point, just missed timing on the last set.
Centennial libero Addison Peters will serve, 9 serving 11 here. Set up from the back row, Brianna Runnels, target practice.
A great point for Independence there. Not only do they get the point from the back row from Bree Runnels, but now she moves to the front where she's the most dangerous.
5 kills already for Brianna Runnels out of 12 Independence points. That is a kill off the block for Emily Hansen, her first of the night. Centennial back within 2.
Another nice swing from Hansen. That's 2 in a row, although she hadn't found the floor on the opposing side. Getting some good swings off on the right side of the net.
Make the defense think about you, right? That's what you got to do. The defense will always be thinking about number 2, and she has kill number 6. And Lacey Capolo will call a timeout for Centennial with her Golden Hawks trailing 13-10 here in the early going in game one. Justin, your thoughts so far?
Well, you know, obviously Bree Reynolds looks fantastic, and I really am impressed with the way Independence is getting other hitters involved, especially Swink and Sanders in the middle, which is it's holding the middle blocker of Centennial, whether it's Horak or the young sophomore. It's impressive right now what Judy Rexroth is doing with her team. Obviously, she has some talent, but using it very well.
Yeah, there's talent on both sides, and there's pretty good coaches on both sides as well. That's why these are two of the top teams in the Central section. You could be, and both these teams hope this comes true, you could be looking at Division I and Division II champions in the Central section right here. And you kind of get a fun game. What would happen if the D1 champ plays the D2 champ? Of course, we're a long, long way away from all that, but this is a possibility. Swink will serve for Independence. They lead 13-10 out of the timeout. Slammed, and a nice dig by Wandick. Free ball sent over, though. And Miro missed long again. A couple of times from that spot, she's hit it too hard.
Well, not a bad possession, or two possessions from Centennial there. A couple of good passes, a couple of good swings. I think even though you don't end up with the point there, you're excited about seeing decent passing and some good swings off.
Swink to serve again. Looking to extend a 4-point lead for Independence. Another pass, just a touch off, but Centennial will get the point anyway. And that's Jordan Miro with her first kill.
Really nice job by Jordan Miro, understanding that she wasn't given a good set because of the pass. It just wasn't working, but she decided to go outside hand, hoping for the tool or the kill off the block. Nicely done.
And follow that up with an ace for Haley Sanchez. And a much-needed sequence there for Centennial. Back-to-back points gets them back within 14-12. Sanchez, the 5'5" senior, she'll serve again. Good example of a player who's stuck around the program and is getting rewarded with some good playing time her senior year. That ball apparently hit the line. Very difficult. In fact, the lines girl is back there saying, you can just tell on her face she wasn't sure the ball was going too fast. But I think she made the right call.
I think she made the right call, too.
And that's 7 kills now for Brianna Runnels.
And give credit to Runnels. She had to make the pass out of serve receive and still find her approach.
Dellinger, a difficult serve. And again, Centennial struggling in the passing game, the serve receive game. Runnels this time underhand tip, palmed up by McLeod and kept alive. But now Sanders sneaks it inside the block for a kill. Back to a 4-point Falcons lead. Better pass that time from Centennial, but the block comes down. Sanders and Runnels were over there. And it is a 5-point Independence lead. A little 3-0 run for the Falcons here. They have led most of this first game. McLeod, big hit, but Sanders there. Centennial will try it again, and this time McLeod scores.
The young sophomore McLeod really swinging with confidence twice in a row there. Got her first one dug, still came back with a brutal swing. Good point for Centennial.
Horak to serve now. Runnels from the right side. 8 kills for Brianna Runnels, plus a couple of block assists.
And that's a great example of what Rexroth does with Runnels out of serve receive. She's not always playing on the left side. They can use her in multiple areas out of serve receive. Got to swing off without a blocker. That should be unfair.
Yeah, you're not going to stop that very often. Independence leads 18-13. Looks like maybe some sweat on the court they had to wipe up there, some moisture of some sort. Now Runnels will serve. And that's saved by Centennial. Peters sent it over and got herself a kill. Heads up play by Addison Peters.
Yeah, another one of those ugly points, and Centennial will take it. They need it, down 4 points now.
Independence looking to get to the finish line here in this first set, leading 18-14 now. And an ace for Reese Stevenson. That had some wicked spin on it. And Stevenson scores to cut the lead to 3.
Stevenson doesn't have the most aggressive serve. I'm sure she likes to see that ace.
Hit from the left side and to the floor. It's a kill for Deja Wandick. A 4-point lead now for Independence again as Joanna Kinder serves. Hits the net.
Missed serves will drive a coach crazy, especially when you have a 4-point lead. Now dropped to 3. Missed serves will drive you crazy as a coach.
And now an overpass, and it is hammered down by Jordan Miro.
Nice timing, nice swing by Miro.
And you could see this coming.
Too.
Yeah, you could see the timeout coming from Judy Rexroth because those were 2 frustrating points in a row. Really, points just given away in a lot of ways. And we will take a quick break here on BVarsity Live. Be back after the timeout.
One thing about living in Kern County is all these great rivalries.
Greenview! West High! Wasco! Chapter!
But despite all these rivalries, there's still one thing we can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our auto rates as low as 1.99 APR with no payments up to 90 days.
Kern Schools, the biggest little credit union in town.
Back at Centennial here on BVarsity Live. Independence leads the Golden Hawks 19-17 in the first set. And a pretty good back and forth battle going on here. Independence has had the lead most of the way. They won 3 of the first 4 points. In fact, the Falcons have only trailed once in this set, and that was at 4-3.
Well, it hadn't been the cleanest game yet, but we've been able to see some fireworks.
19-17 your score. Centennial serving with the sophomore Alexis McLeod to put it in play. A little bit of an errant pass, but Runnels, even when she can't take a swing, such good vision. And she finds an empty spot on the floor and gets her 9th kill. 9 kills. And we are really not even at the end of this first game yet.
Yeah, great job by Runnels finding the middle of the floor. That is the opening when you play against a perimeter defense.
Back set for Hansen. And that set her up without much defense there, and Hansen did not miss, 20-18.
Yeah, really an incredible set by Reese Stevenson, moving to her left and forward, making a great back set to Hansen, getting a perfect swing off. That was a really nice set.
I think Independence didn't even think she could do that, and that's why there was no defense there. Now a block from Centennials. They try to pull within a point here, and they have a free ball with a chance to do it. Stevenson this time sets the far side, and it is a solo block from Malia Swink, and what a big play that is. That's the difference between a 1-point deficit and a 3-point deficit, and right now Independence by 3. Centennial wants timeout.
What a block. Perfect timing. Took away just the middle of the court, trying to force angle, and picked up a huge point.
21-18 Independence. 4 points from finishing this first game. And they do have Brianna Runnels in the front row here as they try to do just that. Serving will be Daisha Wandick. Also a key player on Independence's very, very good girls basketball team. Falcons are...
You can see her showing off her dribbling skills right now.
Yeah, Falcons are defending Division II section champions in girls basketball, in fact. And trying to win another one in volleyball, too, this year. Horak mistimed the set just a little bit, but gets another chance for Centennial. Now another, a back set for Hansen. She finds the floor.
It's so valuable for a volleyball team to have a left-handed hitter also as a setter, so she's able to block where she's comfortable, swing where she's comfortable, set where she's comfortable, and that lends to her being one of the stars of this team.
21-19 Golden Hawks. Or excuse me, Golden Hawks trail 21-19. And now it's 22-19. Swink another big play at the net.
Well, Dellinger doing a great job dishing out the ball to her middle blockers. She has such a quick set that the blockers on the opposition, Centennial, they're not getting up in time.
Centennial needs a run, and they need it quickly if they're going to stay in this first set. It's a good start to that possibility with Brooke Horak across court kill. 22-20.
Good vision by Horak. Wasn't able to get her leap and swing that she wanted to, was able to find an empty spot on the floor.
And now Haley Sanchez, who has a couple of aces in this game, trying to bring Centennial within one. They haven't been within one in a while.
Another strong serve.
And Independence is going to have to scramble here. Centennial, again, a shot to get within one with a look at a free ball. And Independence is there. They set up Runnels, but she's blocked. Brooke Horak. And also in the vicinity was Logan Minnie. And Centennial does get within one. That's like a Bigfoot sighting to block.
That's worth 2 points.
To block Bree Runnels.
Oh.
A little bit of a knuckleball
Such
serve
a strong
there.
serve.
And a great dig as well from Hansen. But a chance for Independence to get back up two. And Bree Runnels, with that vertical, can just sort of put that ball down where she wants it.
Just went over the block.
Gets Independence within 2 points of the set now. 23-21. Dellinger back to serve. The Independence setter. Low serve, tips off the net. Break for Independence maybe. McLeod hit the antenna. It hit the antenna. It'll be point Independence. It'll be game point Independence.
Good swing. I think the set just took her outside a little bit farther than she would like, but still took the aggressive swing.
Just missed. Dellinger, she also misses, and an opening for Centennial. They save one set point. Brooke Horak to serve, 22-24.
I think Independence got away with a carry there.
She wrong-footed the defender there for sure. But Centennial will get the point anyway off of the kill from Michaela Mon. Independence wants timeout. It's back to a 1 point lead, 24-23. Turned into a pretty exciting first set here.
Absolutely. This has been a high-paced game. A lot of good swings. It hasn't been obviously mistake-free, but both these teams playing hard.
Independence has led nearly the entire way. The only point they trailed in this first set was at 4-3, but it's now down. The Independence lead is down to 24-23, and Centennial has one more shot here to try to even things up. Of course, you have to win by 2, so a Centennial point would mean we're playing at least 2 more in this first set. Horak, the server. Four Falcons behind the back row waiting. Runnels is in the back row here, and another serve-receive problem. And Centennial a free ball now, a chance to tie the first set. From the middle, it's blocked back, and instead, Ebony Sanders has won the first set for Independence, 25-23. That's why you have middle blockers there.
And she's been incredible all game. She's made her presence known, and then she was able to finish off the first set of this, so far, exciting match.
So Independence coming into Centennial and winning the first set by a 25-23 count. We'll be right back on BVarsity Live with the second set here from Centennial.
One thing about living in Kern County is all these great